Hello everyone and welcome to a new week of Road to VGC Worlds 2016. Now this is our 5th week total, 2nd week using the 3DS finally, so I'm pretty happy about that. And this week I'll be using a Mega Scizor team. Now many of you might recognize this team. This is Barry Anderson's team. He's from the UK. Pretty amazing player, and he's always using very original teams. He doesn't like using the standard things because that's what everybody prepares for. So he likes to use more out of the norm Pokemon and strategies in order to get that little advantage over his competition. Now he ended up in 37th place at Worlds, I believe. Down below in the description I'll link the video to his Worlds report, so definitely check that out. And yeah, let's get some battles started, shall we? Now this team, the Mega Pokemon is Scizor, but it's not the main focus. You usually have a lot of different strategies available to you, and Liepard and Thunders are mostly the stars of this team. They combine really well. They also combine pretty amazing with Breloom. And that Cresselia is, for those of you who don't know the team, it's got a nice surprise for people who don't expect it. So let's see what we can do here now as we learn how to use this team. Now Kieran from Spain is using a very standard team, but there is the Breloom mirror, which will be interesting. Now there's Kangaskhan, Cresselia, Landers Therian, Breloom, Milotic, and Heatran. Now fire Pokemon give this team a lot of trouble, and that Kangaskhan can also be quite troublesome, but usually the fast fake out from Liepard scares it away. So I'm going to lead Liepard Thunders here because they can deal with pretty much anything on my opponent's team. And Thunders isn't packing Taunt, unfortunately, but it has Swagger to try to stop things from doing too much damage. Now I really like Scizor here. I feel like Scizor does pretty well once Heatran goes down, although Milotic might be a bit troublesome. And I'm kind of inclined to bring my own Breloom here, although Cress also does pretty nicely. But if I bring Cress, I think I have to bring Terrakion instead of Scizor because I need a bit more cover against that Kangaskhan. I'm torn here. I want to bring all 6 of my Pokemon. I think Breloom is a better choice here because I can put things to sleep. Or is it Terrakion? Terrakion also does pretty nicely. Now I'm gonna bring Cress and Terrakion. So no Mega Scizor this time around. Hopefully this pays off. But we'll see. We'll see. This team I think is one of the hardest I've used so far. The Mega Swampert team took us a bit to get used to, but I've tried using this team on Showdown and it's very complicated. There are a lot of different plays you can make and things like that. Now my opponent leads Landers Milotic. So my Thunders is very offensive. It's holding the Life Orb and it's Timid Nature, max special attack. So I could, and it has Hidden Power Ice this time around. So I could potentially take a one-hit KO on both of these Pokemon. Now, I'm more scared of Landorus right now because I do have the Thundurus. So I'm gonna fake it out and Hidden Power. No switches from my opponent. So this Life Orb, max special attack, Hidden Power Ice should take it down. Nope. So we know it's not Scarfed, it's actually Assault Vest. And my opponent goes for Icy Wind here, which is a pretty good move for him to have used right now. I guess the better move might have been to fake out on Thunderbolt, because now Landorus is faster than both of my Pokemon. And I would assume he's going to go for a Rock Slide here. Now this would be a good opportunity for Cresselia to come in. Let's see here. I could foul play the Landorus and switch out Thundurus for Cress, which is what I'm inclined to do. Liepard might still be faster than my Milotic here. So gonna bring in Cress. It's a Calm Mind Cresselia, so I might have a chance to set up next turn one of those Calm Minds. It's also holding the leftovers, not the Citrus Berry. And wow, Landorus actually goes for the U-turn on Liepard and gets the KO. Wow. So we're not in a very good spot right now. Milotic might have gone for the Scald. There's a chance for a burn. We are one Pokemon down, but we also have speed investment, which no longer matters because Milotic went for another Icy Wind. So Breloom is now a very big problem here because we have Terrakion in the back. Yikes. That first turn was very, very problematic for us. Now Breloom might be scared of the taunt, so he might not Spore. It might also Protect. So I could go on the offensive here, take down my Milotic, but I really don't want to be put to sleep though. Still, I'm gonna Thunderbolt my Milotic, and I won't Icy Wind. I'm going to Calm Mind, because presumably his last Pokemon... Oh, wow, Breloom doesn't Protect. His last Pokemon is probably Kangaskhan. Is that a Maranga Berry? Yeah, Maranga Berry. So let's see what Breloom did here. Went for the Rock Tomb. Wow. So my opponent pulling out all the plays here right now. Incredible. And to top it all off, I'm guessing we're gonna get burned. No, okay, no burn. It's unfortunate that we won't be... That my Milotic is gonna recover and it's gonna be a big problem for us. A very big problem. Now, what does Breloom do here? Will it try to Mach Punch Terrakion? We're down to 2 Pokemon against 4 and he still has Landorus to intimidate us. His Sash is intact. Do I Rock Slide here? Do I Protect and Icy Wind to break that Sash? Gonna Protect and Icy Wind here. Milotic is probably going to recover. Hopefully Breloom went for a Mach Punch, not a Spore on Cress. Yeah, there's a Mach Punch, okay. There's a recover from Milotic. At least we're going to boost Milotic, but we are going to decrease its speed. No, this is... Okay, we should be faster than Breloom right now. We should be faster than both Pokemon here. So I could double up on my Milotic, supposing Breloom protects. But if Breloom just goes for another Mach Punch, we're gonna be in big trouble. I would guess Breloom protects though, and Milotic goes for the Scald on Terrakion. We really need him to do that. So I'm gonna double up on my Milotic here. He went for the Mach Punch anyways. Doesn't do too much. No, it did a lot. Never mind. And the Psychic won't even get the KO. So Not a great start for us. This battle is pretty much done for. Yeah, the Maranga Berry makes it so Milotic survives. Goes for an Icy Wind, which is a very decent play. Terrakion survives, but we're still at the mercy of a Mach Punch. Milotic can recover, because we are at -2 speed now. Gonna close combat Breloom. So I think he's going to assume Terrakion protects. This is pretty much done, guys. So yeah, he didn't Mach Punch. Get the KO on Breloom. We are still slower than Landers, though. Milotic went for the Icy Wind here, so we get... It's now 2 against 1. Our only shot is that my opponent's last Pokemon is Heatran and not Kangaskhan. That's the only way we can win this game. That's the only way Crest can win this one against 1. And bearing any crits or flinches or things like that. Please be Heatran. Please let it be that Terrakion scared Kangaskhan. Nope. There's Kangaskhan. Of course. Gonna get faked out and knocked off. Unfortunate. Start off with a loss, just like we did the Mega Swampert week, but hey, we picked it up pretty nicely there, so hopefully we'll do a lot better. Yeah, there's the fake outs, there's the knockoff. No, U-turn, so no knockoff. A lot of Landerses are using U-turn now. We flinch because of the fake out, and I'm just gonna concede the match. Good game to my opponent. That Icy Wind on turn 1. I guess we should have doubled up on Milotic instead of trying to get the KO on Landorus because it was assault vested. Oh well. I'm gonna start assuming every Landorus is assault vest rather than scarf from now on, because nobody seems to be running scarf anymore unless we get exact information that a Landorus is scarfed. I'm not going to be assuming scarf anymore. I'm going to be assuming assault vest, which is pretty important for when it comes down to speed ties. Now, my opponent now here is using a Mega Charizard, presumably Liepard himself, so Liepard, Breloom, Thunderous mirror match. Wow, I definitely didn't expect to see that here. Swampert could be an issue. Mamoswine is interesting. Now, kind of want to lead the same, because Thunders takes really good care of Charizard of my opponent's Thunderous. Liepard does pretty well. Can Encore, can fake out, can fake tears. Oh no, never mind. I'm not feeling Liepard too much. I'm actually liking Breloom a bit more. I'm also liking Terrakion actually. So many Pokemon I like. Scizor doesn't do too well here. Crest doesn't either. Might be forced to bring Terrakion. I wish I had Rock Tomb though. That's a mistake. That Terrakion should have Rock Tomb. But since he's not using any Intimidate, I'm gonna lead Terrakion Thunderous. I'm gonna have Scizor in the back, and I'm gonna have Breloom in the back. That seems pretty good. And once again, number one mission is to take down that Charizard so that Scizor can actually do a lot of things. So we'll see here. My opponent had a 1668 rating, so he's up there. We're facing a lot tougher opponents for sure. Liepard and Thundurus, okay. So my Terrakion, it has Quick Guard now. So I can Quick Guard whatever Liepard wants to do here. And I could potentially Thunder Wave it, which I'm very inclined to do. And next turn I can go for a Rock Slide and a Thunderbolt, which should take down Thundurus and will make it so Liepard will have a very low chance of getting an attack off. Although it could Encore the Thunder Wave, of course. There's the Protect from the Fake Out. We get our Thunder Wave off on that Liepard. So I could Swagger Liepard or... Okay, so Thundurus just went on the offensive. That's a Life Orb Thundurus, yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of speed ties here, which I personally do not want to deal with. Going to Rock Slide, and do I Swagger or do I switch out? Neither of my Pokemon want to take that Thunderbolt though. So I'm gonna Swagger the Liepard to stop it from using Encore, and the Rock Slide from Thundurus should take down Thundurus and should really bring down Liepard. So we should be in a pretty good position after, like, we trade Thundurus for Thundurus, as long as we don't miss, of course. But his Liepard will be pretty useless, and we'll have a potential turn to allow Scizor to set up a Sword Stance or something like that. So we'll see here. My opponent knows he's in a difficult position. Liepard goes for the Fake Out. Okay. He avoids the... avoided the Swagger and avoided the Rock Slide. Wow. At least I get the KO on Thundurus though. Wow, that... What? It survived. Wow. Okay. So we trade damage on Terrakion in exchange for... So now Breloom. That was terrible for us. That was absolutely terrible. Now I really want to bring Scizor in here. My opponent probably knows I don't have Taunt. I'm not too scared of Liepard at this point. So I'm going to try to break that Breloom Sash, because he might go for a Seed Bomb onto Terrakion. Seems like he really wants to get rid of Terrakion. Liepard uses Encore, so I'm gonna Swagger something. Ugh. I use Swagger on Liepard at least. And let's see what Breloom did here. Hopefully he went for the Seed Bomb and not the Spore. Yeah, or Bullet Seed, sorry. There's a Bullet Seed. Not doing too much damage. That was a crit for 13 damage. That did 9. And it only hit 2 times. So, having seen that, I wonder if the Protect from my Scizor is too obvious here. I think I'm going to Protect and bring my own Breloom in, so that he doesn't... He might want to Spore the Thunder slots, because I don't want to Swagger Breloom, of course. So I'm going to bring my own Breloom here. If he goes for damage on that slot, well, props to my opponent. But we won't be stuck in Encore because... Okay, because Liepard has now withdrawn. Oh, but Charizard comes in. Okay. So we are in big trouble now. Hopefully Breloom went for a Spore. Yep. Okay, Breloom went for Protect, so that's fine. Since our Protect failed, we can actually Protect this turn. And we could potentially put Charizard to sleep here. Which is what I'm going to do. Going to Protect once again with Scizor. And unless he doubles up on Breloom, we will get Charizard to sleep. Although thinking about it, I should think about this more. There's no reason for him to Spore the Scizor slot, really. He would just always double up on Breloom because Scizor will go down to a fire attack, I guess. There's the Protect. What does his Breloom? Yeah, Mach Punch on my Breloom. And that Charizard goes for the Heat Wave. Can I avoid it? No. I don't think I'm going to win this one anymore. I do have Thundurus though. Thundurus can be the saving grace here. I could... Okay, there's two options here. I could go for the Thunderbolt right away on the Charizard. Charizard's Protect is quite obvious. I don't think a Mach Punch will take down Thundurus. So I'm kind of inclined to... But if I double up on Breloom... if I double up on Breloom, my Life Orb Recall will for sure take me down. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to hope Charizard protects. I'm going to Bullet Punch Breloom and I'm going to Thunder Wave Breloom. Charizard protects. Okay, that's great. Why am I Thunder Waving? Because I won't take myself down with... Oh, did Breloom really go for a Spore? I could have doubled up on that slot. Okay, he has a chance to get fully paralyzed, but Breloom goes for the Spore on Thundurus, of course. Wow. This is just... This is some next level mind games from my opponent. Next level mind games, seriously. Breloom is now slower though. So I'm going to have to sack Thundurus here. Wow, Breloom switches out for Liepard. Okay, that's interesting. He can Encore my Protect now. But Liepard is also paralyzed, so I can Bullet Punch here. Oh, Thundurus avoided. I don't know how I feel about that, actually. Okay. Liepard can Encore, can Fake Out. I can't Bullet Punch. I need another Avoid, or I need a one-turn sleep. Can I get a one-turn sleep? Odds are not in my favor, of course. I could also potentially one KO. Liepard goes for the Encore. One-turn sleep. One-turn sleep puts us right back in this. Nope. Of course not, man. No avoids either. So Breloom's Mach Punch will seal the game for my opponent. He's only... And he can actually... Okay, no. He probably doesn't want to switch Liepard out. I don't know if... I mean, we can still win, I guess. Charizard protects. Liepard goes for for nothing. So we are down to does Breloom get fully paralyzed? Or can a heat wave take us out? Probably need 2 fully paralyzes from Breloom. Can a heat wave take us out? The answer is yes. Because I could close combat. I'm just gonna rock slide. We need a fully paralyzed. That's the only way. Nope. So nothing went in our favor. We whiffed. We missed a rock slide on Liepard earlier, which obviously mattered because a bullet punch would have taken it out. We missed a rock slide on it, a swagger. Anyways, 2 losses today. Not a great start for this team, of course. Definitely, I don't think I made bad choices in the Pokemon I brought. I made a terrible play when I didn't Mach Punch the Breloom. My opponent either made an amazing play by not Mach Punching Thunderous and allowing me to KO it, or when I paralyzed it rather, because I was fully expecting him to Mach Punch and then he would be paralyzed and at half health by Bullet Punch, and then another Bullet Punch would have taken it out and a Thunderbolt and Charizard would have taken it out. So if I'd gone for the Hidden Power Ice against Breloom there, that would have been more than enough to take it out. And yeah, it's a lot of 50-50 plays that everything I chose wrong every single time now. So well played by my opponents. That's it for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow where we'll hopefully pick it up in our record. Don't forget to like the video if you're enjoying this, if you're learning things. Comment, subscribe, anything you want. All feedback is appreciated, of course. I read every single comment that gets posted. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow.